Hey everyone, gonna give a little update. Had round 3 of my chemo, halfway there. Feels like it, I guess, at the end of 21 days, I guess it'll feel like halfway there. And then in 21 days, I'll have my 4th round and all the way to the 6th. If I haven't said it before, and then I'll take a month break, surgery, and then radiation after that. So, chipping away at this cancer journey. That totally sucks. But usually the day of chemo, I'm like super chippy. I'm chippy. I'm chipper. People are like, wow, you have so much energy. I'm like, it's those drugs, man. They've got like anti-nausea, meets Benadryl, meets poisonous cancer drugs, all combined. And I get a little wacky. Super tired today, as you can see. My eyelashes are falling out more and more by the day, so I probably need to lay off the mascara. I started to read, I read like a couple verses of James 1 in the Passion Translation, and I wanted to, for those of you that care and want to stick around and listen to this, I just was so moved by it just brought so much fresh hope and joy as I read these, and just on my way to chemo the other day, just again, still on this journey of joy. I feel like my word for 2019 is joy. My word for 2018, I would sum it up, and just fire was the word. Fire that refines, fire that ignites new things, burns off the old. And going into 2019, it's going to be a word of joy. And I'm on such a journey of learning that. We've all been given the full access of joy. It really is a journey of working out our salvation. And as the word talks about, going from glory to glory, strength to strength. And I believe all of that encompasses joy on our journey. And just the invitation to that is, I think it's something we'll continually learn. We never arrive there. We don't, the fullness of joy offered to us is not something we arrive. I mean, I think we arrive in heaven someday, and we are walking into the fullness of something that was paid for, and then that access to enter into that invitation of understanding that and growing in that and walking in that is a gift to us, and I really look at this time. It brings tears to my eyes of the unknown that we're in right now, like the obedience to come to LA. For those of you guys, just recap of like, we've sold our home, we're coming to LA, the house falls through. We spent 4 months of waiting till the house is sold. It really miraculously sold. A couple weeks ago we closed December 28th, which was crazy that happened. I didn't know it happened when we were home for Christmas break. And just so powerful, even in the spirit, that like that closes. It's like we don't have our feet in two places in a sense. If that means something to you guys, it means something to me, and that just taking and settling in the land here, and so many things that I could recap over and over again. But just the journey. I mean, today has felt like a lot. Just coming off chemo yesterday, we are staying. We've been here for 3 days. When we got back from Oklahoma, we've been here 3 days, and we are staying in our pastors at Expression 58. We're staying in their house while they're in Hawaii. So such a blessing. It's super restful, and it's big, and there's lots of space, and we are so grateful. And just as we look for a place now, in the meantime, our insurance ends in a few weeks, and it has been quite complicated figuring that out, especially with my journey. And it can just be overwhelming, but just literally giving back all of the worry, all of the things that's so easy to toil over, and just say, I give it to you, Lord. We're here not just to get a job, not just to run from something, not just because we want to do something new. We're here out of obedience and on a mission. We know that. We're expectant to walk in that, and that waiting on God as He leads you along the way is worth it. We don't want to settle with anything along the way. It is a faith journey. It is a trust journey. And, some things might seem foolish to some, but the wisdom of heaven definitely looks different sometimes than the wisdom of man, looking from different perspectives. And in the midst of all of that, seeking wisdom, seeking counsel, I hope I'm making sense. It's just that journey of all of those things combined. So anyway, I'm going to read this if you want to stick around. Yeah. Okay, check this out, guys. James 1, verse 2, my fellow believers, when it seems as though you are facing nothing but difficulties, see it as an invaluable opportunity to experience the greatest joy that you can. What? The greatest joy that you can. For you know that when your faith is tested, it stirs up power within you to endure all things. And then as your endurance grows even stronger, it will release perfection into every part of your being until there is nothing missing and nothing lacking. And if anyone longs to be wise, ask God for wisdom and he will give it. He won't see your lack of wisdom. This is good. He won't see your lack of wisdom as an opportunity to scold you over your failures. Oh, guys. Hold back the tears. Ooh, man. But he will overwhelm your failures with his generous grace. That's powerful. And just on this journey for us remembering, like, have we missed it here? What about this? Should we have done that a few weeks ago? Should we have done this? And God's like, listen, he is so drawn to faith that even if we missed it, or whatever that means, like, he's so faithful to, like, it's like the beauty of risk. We're going to fail. But he is so attracted to faith. He is so attracted to our faith. And, hey, bud, just a second. Just make sure you ask empowered by confident faith without doubting that you will receive. Wow. So what a journey there's something about joy that has empowered me to ask the Lord without doubt in my heart that he's going to make provision. And you know what provision today was for me? When we were making lots of phone calls and figuring out insurance and looking at house stuff and crunching numbers and all the things, that I got a FaceTime call from somebody at the right time. And the second I saw her name pop in, the Lord goes, here's provision for you. She prayed for me. She had an incredible word, just encouragement. And like, provision's not about just money. Provision's not about just relationship. It's all of it. It's money, it is friendship, it is community, it is church, it is the call at the right time, the email, the text, and that propels us forward. That's why we got to have community. We have the greatest community here. What a gift. We wouldn't make it without it. Probably wouldn't still be here. But he's faithful, and that's what he does. So, yeah, I don't have much more to say than that, but my next round is January 24th. You can be praying for us. We got a big week, and this is a breakthrough week for us, and obedience brings breakthrough, and waiting really does refine the soul. I posted about it on Instagram the other day. It's just, we are dreaming in our hearts. We're making plans that he put inside of us, and at the end, he determines our steps, and he's faithful to see us through. And don't be afraid of waiting. There's power in waiting, and there's power in receiving and recognizing provision when it comes to you. Recognize it. And the encouragements in the text and that verse that you found, and sometimes provision for our soul comes out of like just needing to cry a bucket of tears one day, really grieve, whatever. And he takes the grief and he takes the pain and he takes the anger and he bursts it into something beautiful. And we find provision in that as we just tuck in, and we dwell in the shelter that he provides, that refuge place. So I don't know, guys, I'm just learning it with you. And he's just so faithful. It blows my mind. Blows my mind. So I bless you guys, everyone that's just watching these YouTubes. I bless you. I release joy over you in the mundane, joy in the questions, joy in your prayers, joy in the motherhood and fatherhood and singleness, and all of the things that you would find joy in new ways. Yeah. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for standing and praying. And just got my white cell booster shot today. And I'm thankful I got that because I really think it helped last time. I felt so much better second round than I did in the first one. The first one was hell. It was so hard. Anyway, but yep, pressing forward. Thanks for praying. Love y'all.